The file name for the Kanban Calculator is GB30 Kanban Calculator. It is available in both MS Office and OpenOffice.org formats. All calculated fields are in red. All data entry fields are in black. These are the definitions. K is our number of Kanban cards. D is the expected demands of parts per unit of time. That's also our takt time. L is the lead time, which is process time plus delay time plus lot delay and process delay and moving time. A is our container capacity, which goes here. And S would be the safety stock, which is typically 10% or less of D times L, rounded to the next whole number. In this example, we're using time in seconds. Depending on your operation, it could be in minutes, it could be in hours, or it could be in days. Each work center is listed. We also have a listing of the subassemblies or raw materials that are at each one of the work centers. Our container capacity is how much can fit on a pallet. The number of pallets per unit is input into the raw or subassembly at each workstation, and we put that information here. The lead times would then be entered. These are the lead times that are associated with the current state of the sailboat company before any improvement activities took place. The expected delivery time was 180 seconds for an order, and an average order quantity was 6 units, and there's 1 part per unit. We then calculate our D, our takt time, our safety stock, the number of Kanban cards that should be in the system, the units per Kanban card, and the amount of inventory. That's the maximum inventory that should be in the system. If you have more inventory in the system based upon current state actuals, then you have an opportunity to reduce inventory. After you've made improvements to take the non-value added time out of the process, the inventory reductions can be calculated. In the case of the sailboat company, let's enter in what the results were from the future state after the non-value add activities were removed, Kanbans and pull system were implemented, and we can see what the inventory position will be. In this particular case, the processing time was reduced from 300 seconds down to 60 seconds. The delay time was reduced to 15 seconds, the lot delay and process delay down to 15 seconds, and the moving time was reduced to 15 seconds as well. Because after we put the Kanban pull system in place and rearranged the operations, they were much closer together. We're going to calculate the rest of this by copying this information down, and now we can scroll over after the improvements have been implemented, and we can see that our inventory went from 18 units of inventory now down to 4 for a maximum amount of inventory. This shows you the dramatic improvement that can be had from the current state to the future state using the Kanban calculator. Well, that's how you use the Kanban calculator, and I'm sure you'll find that it'll come in handy.